it's me, Jocelyn, again, and I am back with some more tips for my neurodivergent. I'm back with some tips for my neurodivergent people, okay? I want to say babe, so anyway. But okay, so yes, in this video, we'll be briefly going over some good tips that I have learned on my journey as being a neurodivergent, someone with ADHD, being able to maneuver through the challenges we face in life. Okay, let's get right into it. What it means to be a neurodivergent is you basically process information differently from how everyone does. Okay, for me, I cannot always get tasks done in an orderly fashion. Okay, sadly but true. I have to find ways and tactics that actually help me maneuver through them, because sometimes it's challenging to stay focused. With me, I have ADHD. With me, I have ADHD. And with that being said, I'm not able to always get tasks done really fast, quick, in a hurry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order. Sometimes it's 5, 6, 3, 1, 2. Okay. And the way that I've learned to maneuver and work through these challenges is building a system that is meant for me, not the regular system that everyone knows, because that doesn't work for me. Or us, okay? So I have came up with some cool strategies and cool ways to help adapt to this. So let's hop into number 1. Okay, one of my favorite tips is to literally do something that you love, okay? Now let me tell you why this is. For someone who is a neurodivergent, I would say that what helps me is kind of getting me hooked or attached. I know that sounds bad, but it's a strategy, okay? So getting hooked to something or like loving that thing will make me want to go towards more. If you understand what I'm saying, it's saying like we get bored easily by things that we do or like we don't want to do anymore. But if you can get hooked to something that you like, you're more likely to do it. For example, I used to skip out on breakfast. I know that sounds unhealthy, but I got super busy. I thought that I needed to go on my walk first. I needed to take a shower. I needed to clean my room randomly for no reason. I'm not kidding. I would literally do those things, but I was not realizing that this kind of left out things that I needed to do. I needed to eat. I'm vegan. I have low iron. So I need to make sure that I implement different things into my daily routine, or I'm going to be lacking certain things. So for example, what I started to do was I started to say, okay, how can I start eating breakfast even though I forget? Because I'm like, I don't really want to eat an apple right now. I need to go on a go. But how could I integrate making that something I do? What I did was start making breakfast that I enjoyed, okay? So don't just make a breakfast to eat, because sometimes we're not gonna wanna eat that breakfast, you know what I'm saying? So why don't you make a breakfast that is more desiring? So for example, instead of just eating an apple, because some days I wouldn't want to eat an apple, I would make the apple very special, where it has like honey on it or something like that, and I like the flavor. And another thing is like we kind of get attached to things, so I started getting attached, adding the honey and adding the other things to it, and start eating those, eating that, and so that made me more likely to make it. Then I started making smoothies. So guess what started happening? I started getting excited for my mornings to make these exciting, tasty, delicious breakfast, because I was doing it in a way that I enjoyed, okay? This is another thing. It's like, make sure you like what you're doing. If you don't, you're not going to want to do it. I'm telling you. Like, I did not want to do things because I didn't like it or I didn't want to. I got bored of it. But when I started making tasty like smoothies, I started to make it in the morning and be excited to when I make it, okay? So that would be one of my favorite tips is, and that's just an example, but what I'm basically saying is craft your things into what you desire. Don't do what everyone else is doing. If someone's going on a run and you're not in the mood to run, maybe go on a walk, but then, you know, go plant something as you're on a walk, but try to integrate your routine into something you like. Because if you force yourself to do something you don't desire, you're not going to be happy, and you're more likely not going to be able to get it done. Okay, now we're on to tip number 2. Okay, so for the second tip, I will say it's kind of like leaning on to tip number 1, but in another way. When you are having a hard time being productive, or let's say you have a task in mind, okay? For example, cleaning your room, and you're looking at your room, you're thinking, I have to clean this room, but you spend 30 minutes saying, I have to clean this room, and the room isn't clean. Let me give you one of my favorite tips. Have something going on as you are doing it that you enjoy, okay? So for example, I would say listening to music or watching something as you are doing your room cleaning. Call a friend, okay? So basically you want to have your mind occupied as you're cleaning. That's gonna stimulate it, okay? So basically this tip would be doing something you like, but also being productive at the same time, okay? So who knows? We're just gonna say this is just tip number 2. Okay, but yes, so let me explain. So for example, I would have a hard time cleaning my room to the point where I wouldn't clean my room, okay? But as I started to integrate like playing music that would get me excited, and something that's coming up right now as I'm saying this is I would literally dance. I forgot to say this. I would dance for 10 to 15 minutes to get my adrenaline running, to give me more energy to be productive. Baby, I got a lot of energy. This energy for a long run. I'm turbo up in here. But anyways, I have so much energy that when I learned how to utilize it correctly, I was able to maneuver and get things done. So for example, I would dance for 15 minutes, and then I say, okay, Jocelyn, we've danced for 15 minutes. Now let's clean our room. Instead of like sitting on my bed, laying down, just walking around, oh, I need to clean my room. And I'm just sitting there. I'm not cleaning my room. I'm thinking of it. The thought is there, but I'll just look at it like, oh, I need to clean my room. I need to clean the closet. I need to clean this, but I'm not cleaning it because I don't want to, okay? But if I build my energy to get it done, then I can get it done, okay? And one thing is, the way that I would say I stay on task with this is I would keep reminding myself, we're folding the clothes first. We're gonna fold the clothes. We're not gonna stop until we fold the clothes. Continue to fold the clothes. If you need to take a 10-minute break, please, 10 to 15, maybe even a 30-minute break, that's fine, but go right back to the task. Also, I would say recommend setting a timer. Do not lose track of like, okay, you need to get it done. Because when I got things accomplished, I'm not gonna kid you not, like it even makes me a little emotional just thinking about it. I would be so happy, y'all. Like I would be so happy. Like I'd be like, I did it. Like I'd be like, I did it. But yeah, so set a timer, but I would clean my room and I would start from one area, get the first task done, remind myself that I need to finish the first task. And so repeat in your mind 3 times. I'm going to finish my clothes. I am going to finish my clothes. I am going to finish my clothes. It's like you're setting affirmations and you're also reminding, you're programming in your mind, I am going to finish my clothes so I can make up my bed. And then after I make up my bed, I can vacuum the floor. Okay, and if you don't get it all done in one day, that's fine. Do not be hard on yourself, and that's what's going to lead us to the next tip number 3. Let's go on. Now we're on to tip number 3. This is one of my favorite tips, is compassion. Okay, so as a neurodivergent and someone with ADHD or autism, for me, I have ADHD, so I would say having compassion was one of the hardest things because I didn't have compassion growing up. Like if I didn't get something done or I would get in trouble. So I started to believe like, oh, I'm gonna get like in trouble for this, or I'm not good enough. And I started to believe those thoughts. That makes it worse for when I'm trying to accomplish something. Like if I'm trying to be productive, if I'm trying to get things done, it made it worse because I wasn't able to see myself as being good because I already think that I'm not good enough. So having compassion. And let me show you some few things that I do for having compassion for myself. When I complete something, I literally pat myself on the back. This is also physical touch, but this is love language towards me. I'm not having someone physically hug me saying, you did it. No, I'm doing it myself. So I literally pat myself on the back and I say, good job, Jocelyn. I know that sounds weird, but aren't we already weird? So when I do that, it literally reminds myself like, you're doing great, good job. Another thing that I do is literally say, good job. I'm like, you did it, you're good, when I complete something. But when I'm in the moment of being like super hard on myself, I'm saying, it's okay. We don't have to get it done right away. We don't have to start right now, but eventually we will get there. So it's okay. If you want to rest, rest. I know it sounds weird for people to say, don't like speaking to yourself. I do this normally. This has literally regulated me and helped me get so far on my journey by speaking to myself. But also having compassion with your words. You're not yelling at yourself. You're not cussing yourself out. You're not being hard. You're not having negative thoughts. You're reminding yourself, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay for you not to get it done right away. It's okay for you to have in a moment. It's okay for you to express the way you're feeling. But nurture her, nurture him, nurture yourself. Let yourself know it's okay and that I'm gonna be here for you. If you keep doing that, I know that sounds so crazy and weird. Like, why am I doing that? From someone who's not normal and for someone who's okay with finding these weird ways of tactics, I have literally grown so much by doing it. I kid you not. And I want to help you guys remember that you can do it. I had to build it in me first before I could give you guys this encouragement, but I'm doing it. And one thing I've known is I've got so far. I've accomplished goals from I set goals in January. I've accomplished already like 5 of those goals that I thought was going to be at the end of the year. But that just shows you how powerful you are as a person that is neurodivergent, and that we sleep on ourselves. We really do. We sleep on ourselves because we're told we're different or not normal. But what's really happening is we have to give that proper care to ourselves, and it has to start with compassion. So, yes. I am going to stop the video here, but I hope that you guys got those messages. Again, for the first one is do something you love, okay? Always remind yourself when you want to start a new task or be consistent with a task, and integrating things like things you need, because our day-to-days are going to be different. None of my day-to-day has been the same, and that is fine as a neurodivergent. But what I'm trying to get into your mind is when you do need to integrate, like I do need to eat breakfast. I'm sorry, I do need to eat my breakfast or I'm going to be dizzy. So doing things you love while integrating into certain routines that you need to have in your life, like breakfast, eating, going to work and having a way to get up in the morning. Doing things you love is the first one. The second one is kind of getting that energy uplifted and motivated within you, okay? So how can I get a task done with energy, okay? That was the second tip. I just thought about that on the spot. Okay, is getting that energy going so you're able to complete a task. And the third one is to have compassion, okay? I hope this helped you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being who you are, and thank you for taking a chance to watch this video to help your mental health, because you do matter. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye.